The Jim and Terry Show with the heavy sounds, heavy life, steps, footfalls, weights we're carrying, weighty decisions to be made, weighty international decisions.
Tomorrow's the day.
Tomorrow's the day. Do we want to start off with August 1st? The impending axe, the sword is falling, somebody's...
I think we can mix those two in with, because we were going to talk about Carney's decision to recognize Palestine.
one goes with the other.
Well, Trump said, I don't know how we can have a deal now.
Yeah.
Exerting his power. And I think that's why Carney did it.
Okay, well, maybe we set ourselves up not to have a deal. Is that what you're saying?
It could be. I think that remember I said I have a lot of opinions on it. One is Carney right before the last deal, because don't forget he's negotiating. Their team's negotiating with the American team, and if the American team is taking direction from Trump's flexing all of his muscles. So Carney's saying just before the final day, oh, by the way, we're recognizing Palestine because you don't recognize Palestine. And personally, I don't think it's right to recognize Palestine. But Canada is a minor role in all of this. Trump didn't go against the European Union or any of the other countries.
Yeah,
maybe
France and the UK.
Yeah, the UK. But now he's coming against Canada because of it. So Trump really doesn't like us. And he's made that clear. They're horrible people, horrible to negotiate with.
Is he still operating under the I hate Justin Trudeau mentality because Justin Trudeau's taller, big, better looking, and Ivanka liked him more than me?
Probably.
Sad to think that world affairs are being settled on a score of what you see.
Yeah, so there might be two reasons. One might be to show our sovereignty. You're not telling us who we can support or not. The other thing may be out of the Trump playbook, a distraction, a thing to ruffle his feathers, a thing to get him, right?
Look over here.
Well, they may come secretly and go, we have no intentions of recognizing Palestine.
I hope it's not quite that, because that would be a deliberate deception of the Canadian people.
Yeah, I don't think it will, but you got to bring in all of these things.
Well, you got to think, what do they call it? Trump is playing multi-dimensional chess. I've never believed that. I don't think he could find a checkerboard, let alone a chessboard. Okay, so you think it could be a political play maneuvering by Carney's administration to set ourselves up for a distraction away from the deal deadline of August 1st?
Could be that, because I do not believe Carney's stupid. And I think people are not paying attention if you think he is. He's recognized around the world. He is a smart man. He deliberately, the day before, because everybody phone in talk shows, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you get a deal first? So my second thought is he doesn't want a deal, and nor do I, because I think you're stupid if you go into a trade deal with the United States, because we're in one, and he just broke it. So let him drown in these trade deals. Mm-hmm. That might be Carney saying, remember what he said when he was running for the leadership of the Conservative Party and as Prime Minister. Liberal Party. And as Prime Minister, he said, it's finished. It's over. They betrayed us. And they did. So I'm going to still throw my weight behind our Prime Minister. And if it was Trudeau, I probably would have done it too.
It's a powerful word when you say they betrayed us. It's finished.
They did.
The old arrangement is finished.
Well, we have to remember, and people have to remember, Trump out of his mouth said, we're economically going to destroy them.
Yes.
So we're at war with the United States, whether you want to agree with it or not. And that's why a lot of the trade is, the tourism's ending, because people get it. The people get it.
We get it.
Yeah, we're at war. You want to ruin our country. We were friends 6 months ago.
Okay, let's take a little sidebar discussion, go off to the side. Is tourism finished? Are Canadians done with the United States in terms of tourism?
I had a friend just go there and back because there's no other option. She was sort of getting together with friends, and they're Americans.
Oh, then.
So then she went. It wasn't necessarily a holiday. Yeah. But nevertheless, I say, no, don't apologize for that. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, there may be a reason, wow, Terry, what if all of a sudden Nashville calls, says we want to sign an agreement. You got to sign it in Nashville. You tell me you're not going to get on a plane and go there and sign that agreement? You're going to get on a plane and do that. So there's business people that have to go, And there's other people that have family. We were once unified as two nations. So our families are spread out throughout Canada, United States. Many reasons to have to go. But myself personally, I don't want to go as a tourist.
Mm-hmm. So off your bucket list would be the Grand Canyon or other natural wonders. Yeah. Okay.
Well, maybe things will change in 20 years, but we're not getting any younger, Terry.
No, it may not be within our lifetime that this gets resolved, and that's the trouble, that political decisions ripple long past the decision makers themselves.
I don't think it's repairable for at least 50 years. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of the American mentality is, and this isn't, again, they've been taught since they're kids, they're just superior to everybody else. And everybody needs them. Trump is boasting that.
Yeah, we hold all the cards.
We hold all the cards. People want to deal with us. That is throwing the United States back 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
Now, we go to Europe, we're going to sew the Canadian flag back onto our... The reason we did that, our American brothers, is so they wouldn't mistake us as American.
They couldn't tell by our demeanor?
Yeah. Well, but if they give you a chance to even have a demeanor.
Yeah.
Because, I've been accused of being American over in Europe. Accused. See, this is where we're going now.
Yeah,
mistaken as an American.
The bias in the words we use.
Yeah. But this is... Yeah. And I apologize for that. Yeah. So I think it's going to be a long time before this relationship can be really repaired.
Okay, let's take it in the last few minutes on to the decision itself, which is Canada's decision, and I think Carney was the one who announced it, to recognize a two-state solution as the way forward and to ensure peace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you want to break this one down? Because there are two components. One is to get peace. The other is the political two-state solution.
Well, if they're serious about the two-state solution as a Palestine, and here's what I think I would want to put in the agreement. Any terrorist organization is not allowed to run your country.
Yeah, even
you
if
cannot support a terrorist organization.
Don't vote for them.
You want to join the world, don't even let them run. But the truth of the matter is, Terry, they are there. They're still getting money from Iran. Yep. They're still there. So I don't personally support a two-state solution. I think there's a one-state solution. That state, in my mind, is Israel.
Now, the counter-argument to that is that the Arabs within Israel have never been treated. They always refer to it as an apartheid South African model. I don't have enough information to comment on that.
Well, it's
Which
funny.
is, you treat people differently. If you're a native-born Israeli Jew, you get the land, you get the property, you can invest, you can start your business. If you're not, then you can't buy the property, you can't invest. Yeah.
Well, then, as I said, go to the table with you have learned your lesson. You're not going to support a terrorist organization. You cannot teach, just for a while, hatred for your neighbor. Imagine, Terry, if you were my neighbor, you hate my guts. Finally, I kind of won you over a bit, and you basically say to me, I hate your guts still. We'll live in peace, but I want you to move. Well, I thought we just made up.
Yeah.
No, you didn't make up at all.
Not at all.
So I can't see a two-state solution ever to this because the one-state Palestine wants Israel, Jews, dead.
Yes, exterminate.
So how can they have a two-state?
So a state solution, a political solution, is not going to solve the religious hatred.
Yeah.
It may give you some ability to negotiate as a state to state, make treaties, make agreements, make trade deals. But I'm not sure if that didn't exist beforehand. Why is it going to exist when you're officially a state? Does having a seat at the UN give you any advantages?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But this I do know. Israel's considered one of the most woke, if you like, countries on earth.
Progressive.
Progressive, if you like. I should have said progressive, yes. I also know that Palestine, under this oppression, multiplied greatly upon the earth. So they weren't being genocided at that time. They actually were increasing in numbers incredibly.
Yes.
You can't do that if you're under genocide. And then we also know that Hamas was the one getting the money of aid that's going into Palestine. Yeah. So to do that all over again would be foolish on Israel's part. My fear is the world's going to come against Israel, just like the biblical prophecy.
Yeah, I'm not sure I link it into the biblical prophecy, but it is possible that the UN, as the auspices of the world come against Israel, will vote on a motion and vote against Israel.
And then funds stop going to Israel, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. So if funds are if funds are necessary to keep Israel safe, that's one thing. If funds are needed by Israel to expand the settlements, that's a contentious issue.
Well, and this is why you and me are not politicians, and we really don't know it all. Because I could see how they would. I could see how they would get a lot of people upset in the way in which they deal with things. It's just the facts of life. So we didn't even cover that part of it, where, if you were an apologist for the Palestinians, I'm sure you could open my eyes to a number of things.
Well, maybe we'll do a part 2 and see if we can go deeper down the well. The Jim and Terry Show signing out. Bye-bye for now.
But I don't want to carry this load.
I don't want to carry this load. Though the sweat of my brow and the toil of my hands has got me so far into this promised land.